Start. Ready? Good morning, everyone, all the faculty members and all the participants here. In SBIST, we are presenting today one-day poster presentation of the business plan organized in SBIST, and as you can see, the entire event has been will be conducted in our smart classroom. So there are all around 10 teams and near about 50 participants. And I would like to welcome all the students and the faculty members to kindly stay here for the entire tenure and make this program a grand success. Thank you.
Good afternoon, respected teachers and principal ma'am. Our topic is drone incubation technique. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Myself, Jit Kumar Noshkar, leading the Bucks person team. Now I support to take the lead to honor to share this description.
So there are two main functions related to the drones. First, to identify the drones by using the RF analyzers, and the second part is the annihilation function, which is necessary in order to allow the defense against the detected drones can be performed by means of RF jamming. In order to interrupt the communication between the drone and the operator. I will request Subhasis to take that.
Thank you, Arno, for passing me the lead. So, what about our project? I would like to conclude that our project includes all the type of functions that is necessary for the drone defense system, and that includes identification, localization, and annihilation that are required in an integrated and scalable platform, which can be reconfigured depending on the requirements of different use cases. So, for further questions regarding the project, I will pass it to Subhasis.
Any questions?
Have you done a feasibility analysis?
Yes, as far as the feasibility of this project is concerned, almost all of the implementation that are used for validating the solution is being implemented on software-defined ratio or SDR platform. Due to the following factors, it is cost efficient, due to extended frequency range, and due to scalability.
So what is SDR?
CSDR, which stands for software-defined ratio, is a radio communication system whose components that are traditionally used in hardware such as modulators, demodulators, filters, mixers, etc. are being instead implemented on software platform on a personal computer or a desktop.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. So, as we discussed earlier, our project is input production of electricity using sunlight and rainwater and make use of it for drinking purpose. So, as we know, we are wasting rainwater and I think we should use this rainwater in lots of various ways. And we can use the rainwater for generating electricity. I would request my friend Akash to continue.
Thank you, Sam. Now I will conclude the rest of the parts like idea, solution, and the technology we use here. And the solution, I will come with the solution. The rainwater we are wasting so many times, and rainwater is a pure water, pure process of drinking water. So we will use for drinking purpose, and we will use for electricity generate rainwater. Second and third, we will use to do extracurricular work through the rainwater. This rainwater will generate electricity and it will be used for drinking purpose. The solar panel we will use also to generate electricity, and the rainy time the electricity will generate through the piping system where the rainwater will fall from top root and they will rotate the turbine and turbine will rotate the generator and generator will produce electricity, and that electricity will be stored in battery. And one more thing is we will use purification of rainwater with natural purification, where we will use rock, sand, grains, and fine sand particles and cotton bulbs. This will make more use of rainwater for drinking purpose. And three things we are solving with this project: make use of electricity through rainwater and sunlight, and make use of drinking purpose. Thank you all.
Any question? What is the specification of solar panel?
Actually, specification of solar panel will be 22 to 250 watt to 400 watt, because we will generate electricity for one house. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
So I have team members of Devaprasad Kanchari, Abhabata Mondal, and Shubhajyoti Mondal, and me, Shreya Ghosh. So today our presentation is about collection and distribution of drinking water, which the source is rainwater. So basically our model is that we will collect rainwater in a tank, and a pump will be attached to that tank, which will pump out that water. And here we are using RO process for this. And what is reverse osmosis? So reverse osmosis is basically when the water flow from lower concentration to higher concentration in presence of an external force. And here the external force is created by the pump, which will be fixed back to that pump. So here the water will get purified through the RO, and then it will be carried out to the top of the building, where there will be a big container where we will store the purified water. And in that case also we will use some particles, something that will purify the water from the microorganisms and will store the water for a large time.
What is reverse osmosis?
So reverse osmosis is that the water is flowed from lower concentration to higher concentration. And why are we using only RO process only? There are many processes are there, but why are we using only RO? Because RO is a long time process which we don't need to change it regularly. That's why it will be beneficial for our budget also. So that's all.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, our topic is the air pollution hindrance of India's solar success. As we know, India is investing big money in solar panel, and we have some problem in India about the smog and the dust in solar panel. And we know, and solar panels, it diminishes the watt quality of the solar panels. It dries up there, the dust dries up there on the solar panel. So the problem is we have to call an electrician or someone who can clean the solar panel with using water. But the problem with also water is the water can also solute itself. The water can also, at the end of the edge, the water can also create a problem for the solar panel at the end of the edge. So we are working on the process of cleaning the solar panel without using the water. So we have 5 procedures to do it. First of all, if we can increase the sunlight absorption capacity of solar panel, we should rotate the solar panel towards the sun by the whole day. And there is also one other solution, is that if we can remove the dust particles of the solar panel. So there are 5 ways to do it. We can install a dipole robot to the surface of the panel. The second one is electrostatic repulsion of dust using variable load voltage to push off the dust from the solar panel. The third one is anti-dust solar panel coating to increase the absorption of sunlight, and we can also change that after 5 to 7 years. The fourth one is automating the windshield to clean the dusty panel. And the fifth one is we can slope the solar plate on the rejection of the dust particles. That's all.
So this is your product, right? So what is the actual costing for the lightweight robot to clean the surface of a panel? Manufacturing cost.
Sir, we are working on the prototype of the lightweight robot, so we are actually thinking of it will cost under 5,000. But it is still better investment than hiring an electrician to do it multiple times. We can just leave it there and it will automatically clear the solar panel.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, respected teachers. My name is Ram Bhattacharya, and today my team, academic is consisting of Rajnish Thakur, Tushar Kumar Mahato, Rohan Mahato, and Shobhi Das. I will be presenting a PPT on our topic, Smart E-Bill. E-waste or electronic waste is a improper and informal name for electronic products that are nearing their end of their useful life. computers, laptops, ACs. All of these are examples of electronic devices. After using them for a certain period of time, we dispose of them. That's when they become an e-waste. But these e-waste can be reused, recycled, and refurbished. They might contain some valuable materials like palladium, gold, copper, etc. But they also contain harmful materials like cadmium, lead, and mercury. We are trying to collect these e-waste and give them to companies that are actually recycling them. For example, the batteries of our phones or the laptops. They use lead batteries and lithium-ion batteries, which are close to 100% cycle. So our main aim is to recycle these e-waste and give them to the respective companies so that they reach their proper destination for recycling. That's where we present our idea for smart e-bin. Before I proceed any further, I would like if my teammate Rajesh Thakur describes the working principle of this e-waste. So please.
So the smart e-bin works as the smart e-bin works like when a person takes a device to submit it in the smart e-bin. First of all, the image sensors of a smart e-bin will take some pictures of it, and from the software it will match that pictures with the stored images. If it matches with it, the lid of the bin will be opened with the help of servo motor, which is internally connected with the Arduino, and then when it opens, then user can drop the device into it, and after that, as the device is submitted, user will get a reward which is of reasonable amount, and after that it closes. And if the bin becomes full, then a red light will go on its top, which will indicate that it is full and it cannot operate anymore, and the responsible authorities will be informed about it and they will clean it manually. And then I will request Sam to present the
Now proceeding further, I would like to focus on our advantages of this smart e-bin. The advantages are stated over here, which are toxic chemicals from the electronic devices can be separated from the actual waste, because our e-bin will be equipped with an image sensor, so that the device that the user is going to throw in them, they have to click a picture first, so that no normal person can throw any other waste materials into our e-bin. So e-bin will be the e-waste will be separated from the other waste materials. With this, the e-dustbin will be situated in metros and airports, from where their security will be ensured. Because our e-bin will contain a little bit of cash in them, like real money in them. Because when an image sensor is taking the pictures of the e-waste that is being dropped in them, the user will be rewarded with a reasonable amount, and it is a real cash. For example, in the malls, we are rewarded with some type of tokens, so that we can buy other water bottles, like other stuff with those tokens. But here we'll be awarded with real cash. And the only disadvantages of this e-bin are two things. One is that the sensors that are used in this e-bin, that are the image sensors and one is servo motor, if these malfunction, then the e-bin will be inoperable. And one other thing is the maintenance is a bit difficult, on the difficult side. They have to be maintained every day. Now coming to the cost section, we have listed all the products and the cost required for those products. So we have 6 products: Arduino, servo motor, image sensor, container, installation charges, and the circuit. And all of these add up to somewhere around 5,300 rupees. This is an approximate value. With that being said, we have our flowchart that already Rajneesh has discussed. And with that being said, I conclude our presentation with the team members' names: Shankar Mohan Mahato, Tushar Kumar Mahato, Rajneesh Thakur, Shomi Das, and Surya. Thank you.
So there are so many ways already reported regarding the treatment of toxic materials. So what is the uniqueness of this project?
So the only novelty about our project is that our e-dustbin has an image sensor equipped in it, who should be taking the pictures of the electronic devices. Maybe it might be phones or laptops, but the user that is dropping them in the e-bin, they'll be rewarded with a reasonable amount. That will be dependent on the device that are throwing in them. For example, if we throw a phone, we can be rewarded with phone battery. We can be rewarded with 10 to 20 rupees. Or if we throw in a laptop battery, which are like somewhere around 1500, 1200 to 1500, we'll be rewarded with 500 rupees or something. Because if we throw these lithium-ion batteries out in the open of the environment, they can be there can be toxic emissions in the air, water, and soil, and they don't get enough, they don't get anything from throwing the batteries outside. At least they will get something in return.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Today I would like to introduce my team Infinity to everyone, where we will implement. We will share a novel idea where we can end the end-to-end communication gap with business and customers, or rather manufacturers. Now I would pass the lead to my fellow friend Vikram.
Thank you. To design this chatbot, we have used natural language processing. It's a part of artificial intelligence which deals with the linguistic studies. It takes the human language as an input, runs the language, and gives out some meaningful intents. So I now like to call team leader Saudhan Chandra to lead with this.
So we are about to design user interface which is capable of giving responses in multiple regional languages. So in order to implement this application, our bot performs positional encoding because each voice provides a different meaning and different parts. It will encode the final output in the form of text by performing with the features like APIs, which is capable of generating functional and images provided by the user in animated or printed form. So now I will call my teammate Gupta.
So our product would be supporting any device. That means it would be a cross-platform. That means we can use it from any device, mobile, desktop, or any thing that has a keyboard and a touch support. Now I would like to call my friend Snehaj to introduce.
Now I would like to introduce my friend Infinity to everyone present here. In our team there are 4 members: Vikram Machi, Vikramji Bhattacharya, myself, Mrs. Gopi, and our team leader Scholar Vikram. In this project, we get a most valuable support from our mentor Professor Gupta, who has 9 years of experience in information security, and the Professor Bhattacharya, who has a lot of experience in NLP, deep learning, and hyperpowering. Now I am calling my team lead to lead us if our project is selected.
Okay, so if we are going to incorporate all those points, if it's to make it a better impact in the places where it will be implemented, we would increase the number of regional languages and for encoding purposes, and trying to incorporate sentimental analysis based on various realistic measures, and we would like to generate animated characters which would show features like name and
Okay. So nice presentation. So tell me, what is the utility area or where you can implement this?
Sir, it can be used in any places where 24/7 support cannot be sufficient because of the human activity.
And it would and due to the regional language support, anyone who is not knowing English can also communicate with the chatbot. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good afternoon to all of you. I am Shanti and I am presenting my team system, and the group members are class, Article Leadership, Imam Majumdar, and Ayush. So why we are here today? So our main motive is to work with PV system just because to make our electricity, to make our environment eco-friendly. So by this we are using PV system like photovoltaic system. So what does it mean? So it means like we are converting solar energy to electrical energy to work more efficiently for the rest of our future. So our main motive is to work like high-end current resources like AC and refrigerator. So that's how we have planned. So about this, the rest of the topic will continue.
Okay, so let's dive straight forward to the cost. We have categorized 3 types of PV system. Number 1 is monocrystalline, number 2 is thin film solar panels, and polycrystalline. So monocrystalline is more efficient than the other 2. That's how we categorize. The number 1 is more efficient, then it's medium category, then it's low. So what happens when we put monocrystalline solar panel in our apartment or home? It will take 12 solar panels. We have to put 12 solar panels to run the energy system in the home. When it was going to be thin solar panels, we require 13. And similarly, when polycrystalline solar panels are going to be here, we have to put 14 solar panels to run the entire system in the home. So according to that, monocrystalline solar panels are going to cost something 80,000 around a year, and thin film solar panels are going to nearly something 80,000, and polycrystalline also 84,000 because we have to put 14 solar panels there. The next of the advantages and disadvantages will be forward to Ms. Rimal.
Every system has their own pros and cons, and this system also has some advantages and disadvantages. Advantages like low maintenance charge and long lifespan, and really eco-friendly, no pollution. And as you see, will deliver the from nature.
Also, it had disadvantages. So, solar panels efficiency levels are relatively low if we compare to the other power system, and also it requires more equipment to convert DC to AC on the basis of the power network, and it also needs a high initial efficiency. So that.
And coming to the conclusion of the PV system, which we have analyzed throughout the presentation, the PV systems have enabled us to supply power in the remote areas where the power lines are usually not exist, and the availability of the expensive fuels are also not regular. So PV system is very useful in that remote locations and areas where the every non-renewable source of energy is not.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So why are you adopting this PV system? It's basically a eco-friendly, sustainable energy. So looking to the pollution of the environment, we are adopting such systems because it will going to help our future generations to conserve all the energies and in an eco-friendly way, in a nature-friendly way, which will also help to rise the biodiversity level of our environment as well. So such systems. Okay, thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nikhilash from SBI Shipping. With my team members, DNC Kaushik and Orindam Dash, I am here to discuss with our topic renewable or sustainable energy design concept of converter for PV system. Our main idea or approach to do this thing is design and implementation of a new converter for standalone load application using photovoltaic source as renewable source. Here we are using minimum conductors and obtain the maximum efficiency. Easy installation, cost effective and less complicated as there are no passive elements like inductors and capacitors are used in the proposed prototype. Our proposed topology is this circuit where we use the total 2 sources which are using solar panels, and these are 2 DC sources. One is V0 using 1 panel and the other one is V1 which is using 3 panels, and with as well as we are using 8 switches. Among them, 4 switches are P1, P2, P3 and P4 are polarization generating, and S1, S2, S3 and S4 are level generating. And this is our proposed topology. Between these switches, there are 6 switches which are unidirectional and 2 switches they are bidirectional, along with IGBT and 4 lower costed diodes. Now the circuit configuration, the DC voltages V0 and V1 can be maintained symmetric as well as asymmetric as per the requirement of voltage level. Where in this circuit diagram, if we take this stage 5, we can see that if we switch on P1, S1 and P3, there will be no voltage on load. But if in stage 4, if we see that P1, S3 and P3 are open and we are getting all the input voltage in the output load. So here we are generating all the levels without any using of H-bridge, and this is the main configuration, circuit configuration of our topology. And also the output voltage levels are obtained by all the possible addition and subtraction of the input DC sources that are ensure the maximum utilization of the sources. Now, if we see this diagram, there are the current is very smoother than the voltage. So here we came the RL load configuration, and now the topology is proposed. The maximum output voltages. This is the main thing, and we are using this in industrial, off-grid or grid-connected PV system or in renewable energy system. This is very beneficial. Thank you for your.
What is the advantage of this converter?
The main advantages of this converter is that it is gives us the maximum efficiency, which is approximately 98.3%, and we have done this in DS1103 based digital controller. This is very efficient than the other MLI, proposed MLI, and the switching components are very low. For that reason, we can get very low losses, and the efficiency and the simulation results and the steady and dynamic states are highlighted with the corresponding experiment results. These are the main.
So, good afternoon, all my respected teachers and fellow participants. This is our topic of discussion. Our subject is PM quotient. So, what is PM quotient? PM quotient is actually nothing but the mid-table schema that is provided to every government and government agencies. So, we are planning to create an app that will named as helpline, and it will show today's menu as the front page. And after selecting the today's menu, it will show us the selected menu for that day, like what is provided in the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. And after showing that for today's menu, it will ask the user the question: have the students taken their meal or not? If they have taken, then it will show them what is their BMI. Actually, BMI is nothing but the ratio between height and meter square. That means the height and weight in kgs. So it will take the height of the student and the weight of the student, and it will calculate the BMI, and after that it will generate a report that will be provided to the teachers so that they can maintain and check their students' health.
Okay, so what is the utility of BMI?
Actually, the BMI stands for body mass index, and it's used to measure the body fat percentage. So, if the person is overweight or underweight, so we can measure that through BMI. So, and according to that, we can proceed to the treatment.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Joyita Rama. Warm greetings to everyone present here. Today, I'll be sharing our entrepreneurship ideas about budget-friendly home solutions behalf of our team, Innovative Influx. So, we are willing to budget-friendly home solutions, which can also reduce plastic pollution, and in return, you can get same quality which you will get from a standard building made in a traditional way. So basically, our target is to approach this idea for lower economic class who are always one step back at building their own house. So we are trying to reduce the price into half, and in return you will get the same quality. So from now on, my teammate Vashish will continue. Over to Vashish.
Okay, so as my team members have described about this project that we will try to construct. So in order to do that thing, we have to go to a couple of stages. And stages are like, first of all, we have to we want to create construct this model by the help of normal traditional building, and we are aiming to construct this model within approximate 720 square feet area. So for that project, we are trying to replace all the traditional bricks with the help of eco bricks, that is the plastic bricks, and we want to construct the we want to make the eco bricks with we want to construct these eco plastic bricks with the help of PET plastic and normal excavated local soil and also silver sand. That is how we want to make eco bricks. And then we all know in building we have to provide it RCC. I mean the steel structure we have to provide it, but instead of RCC or steel structure we will use bamboo. Obviously it is chemically treated, and then as a plastering material we will use the mix of the soil and others fibers like asbestos and others jutes, and then we will apply others cement mortar on it. Okay, and then we, in order to, and after that we will create, we will construct the casting situ concrete in windows, in the sea level and the lintel area. And it will be provided around all the perimeters of the building, and I think the building will be more sustainable and durable. Okay, and then we have to treat the bamboo chemically. Neither we cannot use it properly in this building. So in order to create this bamboo chemically treated, we have to use products and the boric acid and the water. That is how we will treat it chemically the bamboo. And if we use the treated bamboo in this building, it will give almost 15 years of lifespan of this building. So that is how we will create. We want to create the project and we want to create this model. Okay, so obviously it has also a drawbacks. I mean the advantages and disadvantages are there obviously. So my team members Tufan will describe what is the advantage and disadvantage if we want to construct this building.
Advantage of the structure is the building is economically and sustainable. Secondly, the material are easily available, and third is a recycling product we are using, just like soft skin and second and PVTA plastic. And the disadvantage of the structure is we are needed skilled labor and soil test report is highly required. And the next part we describe the audit. Over to you.
We as a group executed by this way and use civil engineering for sustainable and lifestyle improvements, and we explore our problems with soon as
Good afternoon to everyone. Now we are going to introduce about RAHAT. What is RAHAT? RAHAT stands for Risk and Hygiene Accountability Territory. After hearing this term RAHAT, you all will be a little idea what
what we are introducing. Our aim is to rescue the people who were affected by the natural disaster like flood, cyclone, etc. Government watch gives a rescue for the people, but rather care is different from this. We are making a little tiny house by using plastic. We are also know that how much we are suffering from plastic. We are making this tiny house by using plastic with fine aggregates, and we prepared a plastic precast wall, column, slab, etc. We also provided a composting toilet by them, and they get a mental peace in this house. But so all of this we can say that Rahat is not only saving for human beings, but it also saving our environment. Thank you, all of this, and I am Himadri Rawani, and our team members is Mitun Mahato, Joydip Kumar Kundu, and Surya Prakash Mahato. Thank you.
Very good afternoon to all of you. So we are at the end of the session. So this session is not be completed without giving vote of thanks. So first of all, thanks to all the organizing team for organizing such a nice poster presentation day. Thanks to all the faculty members and all the members of IISCL. Thanks to our Honorable Principal Madam. Thanks to our Honorable Director Sir, Deputy Director Sir. And finally, I thanks to all the team members and all the team for their active participation. Without their active participation, this program will not be completed successfully. Thank you all.